Hello, and welcome back to Oak City. This is our Plains and Prairies playthrough. Going to be episode 39, I believe. We are back. Did turn around and missed a little bit of time under the weather there, but feeling better now and back at it. So we're just going to jump in and get to it. So we did turn around and buy one of the new Mercedes. This is in the year one DLC stuff. So everybody can find it there. It's in the game, you know. If it's in the game, it's in the game. But Mercedes-Benz, this is the Unimog. I think it's the 535. Yeah, 535 down there. So turn around and a little bit on the expensive side. So a little bit on the expensive side at $328,000. But there you have it. But with that being said, we are going to turn around and jump in and take a look around the cab. It's actually kind of cool. Haven't even been in it yet. This is my first look around it. So just kind of taking it in. Did turn around and turn it orange. We're going to try to use ours for some forestry type stuff or some brush clear. Just kind of going through lights here, seeing what things look like. We'll take it out for a little spin here, see if we can go pick up our forestry or our tree devourer. This thing should get along pretty good. I think its top speed's like 55. We did pick up the big engine in it, so it has a fair amount of horsepower. I know it was over 300 and something, 400 or something like that. So it should have a decent amount of power. Weight, so we'll hook up the tree devourer here and send it out. We are going to turn around and actually spend quite a bit of money this month is going to be the idea. Before we get too sidetracked here, we should actually, that's actually going to look kind of cool. And then I suppose we should grab a trailer on here just so that we have, this thing does have a 2,500 liter capacity on it, but we're gonna see. We'll grab a trailer so we have a little more space, and then also we are going to get back to the conversation of spending some money, which we are going to spend a ton of money. We're going to spend the most money we've spent so far, I think, in the game at one time. We'll just turn that off quick as we jump in here to the map. Let's go spend some money. We are going to turn around and pick up this section and buy out all these other farmers is what we're going to do. I think it's going to be 23 fields or something, 22, 23 fields. I think I counted down in here, but this is going to turn around and cost quite a bit of money by the time we buy up the whole thing. But we'll turn around and get that bought up and see where we end up with buying up the last one there. So definitely spend a good chunk of change, just about $5 million, probably 4.8. Buying up this whole chunk of land, though, it is roughly right around 300 acres, I think. By the time we get it all said and done, we're going to have tons to do down there. We are for sure going to have to clear some trees, clear some fences. We'll have a lot of work down there, but then that should turn around and feed into our bioplastics plant for the next year. Going to turn around and give us quite a bit of wood chips, hopefully, out of that to keep feeding into there, or at least to get that started being fed. Other things we do have this month, which are going to be big now that we turned around and spent a ton of money and are down to 1 million, is we're going to turn around and make a ton of money back, because the reality is it is December, which is month 4. It's the high-end month for us to turn around and start selling our bioplastic stuff. So we're going to get that kicked into the bank, basically, right? All that's going to get sold off. We're going to have a ton of fences down here, I suppose, to get rid of. That's just the reality of it. So turn around, kind of come in here. Let's see if we can get over and find some of our tree area just to see how our new little buggy is gonna work. That's really what we want to do here. Let's gonna get around in and on the off-road stuff nice and decent. That is a big tree, so we're just gonna check out what it's gonna do right off of the bat. Pipes out. Got enough power. Got enough power. Working. Alright, we need to go up front there. There we go. Or is this gonna work on a huge tree? Is it gonna work? Haven't had a problem with this thing running on anything. But then, to be honest, I don't think we're trying to take out any kind of trees that are this big either. So I don't know, that might be a problem. Let's try to go eat something smaller. Let's try not to start with the biggest thing in the forest. That might be a good plan. You would think we'd want this down. We haven't had an issue with this thing running on the track. Okay, there we go. Bam. So that may just be a straight size of that tree is going to cause the problem. There we go, doing its thing. Cool. Oh, did shoot it right into the back of the little truck there. That's cool. Probably already shooting it back into the wagon. See, I didn't even catch it. Yep, it certainly is. Not perfect, this, but it's working. I do like the little truck, the Unimog. That thing's cool, doing its deal. Alright, so we'll turn around. Obviously, this is going to take a bit. Also, not top priority, but we'll turn around and obviously keep at it. Have a lot of ground here to clear. I do dig it. This is going to stay the forestry mobile. It definitely looks the part. And it's working. That's for sure. Oh. Looks like we're going to have some rocks in the way here too. Actually, I have quite a bit up here to clear, so I don't think this is going to be this is why it's an off-season project. Something we don't have to do all in a day, and even if we didn't get it done, you know, in a month, that's not a problem. We'll have a lot of ground to plow. The idea is that we'll have this ready for planting next year. So it can contribute. I mean, we've already got 43,000 liters of wood chips. I think that's almost more than we've had the entire time. So this will let us turn around and kind of get a load of wood chips on. We'll take that over to the bioplastics, and that'll give us a chance to hook up and start pulling some things out of the bioplastics as well. And getting paid or recouping some of our funds. I think that holds about 100,000 liters of wood, so I'll try to grab a little bit more here and then catch up when we get over to the bioplastics plant there. So here we are, just kind of arriving up to the bioplastics, and I think what we'll do here is get hooked to the back there. We'll drop that. This thing kind of zoomy around enough. This thing is actually going to come in handy as far as like handling and just getting around. This thing is going to make things super easy. The handle's great. In and around things should make it nice. Getting around, I think we ended up with a little more than 100,000 in wood chips, unfortunately, which was kind of not the plan, as we're going to end up having to sell off a little bit of it and get it out of the way. I'm going to turn around and use this trailer, I think, just to unload the bioplastics plant while we have it all hooked up. We're gonna have 13,000 liters too much probably of wood here, and a little more actually. Yeah, 16. So we do have that filled up. We'll get that definitely turned on here. Sell up the rest of this. Glucose. It's this one. Let's activate that, and then we'll turn around and sell this, and then we'll come back in here and start emptying out the sale products, all of our plastic pellets. All right, here we are about to load up with the first load. It's going to be polylactic acid. Totally missing, but we're not missing, so that's all we're worried about. Turn around. We'll jump in here, see if it matters really too much where we sell it. It's going to be quite a bit of a ways down on the list. January actually looks like it's slightly higher month. Doesn't matter. We're pushing it all out this month, just what it's going to be. And then we'll sell anything we turn around and get by next month. So yeah, actually Little Market going to turn around and be our best sell. We'll take that. That's close by. Looking last month, it did turn around. Excuse me. It did turn around and look like December was going to be our best month. So the plan is just going to be to push it all out. And where we have spent most of our money, for sure, now that we have big acres down there to turn around and get clear, I do anticipate us making quite a bit of money in the sell-off here. Though, this, I have to say, the Mercedes, this thing is great for getting around. So easy to swing in and out of industries and around. There we go, $987,000. Now, obviously, that's a one-time-a-year sale, but still works out. 80,000-ish a month off of filling that. Oh, excuse me. Throat just not there yet. But we're getting close. We're going with it. And as you can see, this just super easy to zoom around and to get where you need to be. I think we overshot it that time, but still very easy correction with this. Ooh, hey sir, loading area is not like pedestrian friendly. Alright, polyethylene, this one we don't have a lot of. That's a sugar cane, so if anything we'll turn around and move that one last. We just pumped sugar cane into it for the first time, so we can't expect to get a heck of a lot out of that, although even 6,000 probably sells for quite a bit. But we'll, as I said, we'll save that. We're going to push as much as we can push, but I think this isn't going to take too long to fill and be a big enough chunk here. Somewhere in here, 71,000 liters, just about 72,000 liters. That'll get humming along quite a bit faster now that we have wood in there, wood and cotton. That cellulose acetate moves along pretty fast when you're feeding it with both. Now the bioplastic's actually under full production, I think, for the first time ever. So that thing should be shooting out quite a bit of money. You can see we already got $1 million out of it. That's the thing. When you get it all running, that's one of the best industries out there. $879,000. So yeah, I mean, we're up to that 1.7 million. Yeah, more than that, 1.9. We were basically at $1 million. Almost up $2 million already, so we'll turn around and grab the next load and we'll catch the sale on that one. Alright, here we are loaded up with polyurethane. This is from our soybean and canola, I believe. Well, we get this one from 38,000 liters and a little bit of change, so not probably going to be quite as much money off of this one. And then we do have the one more product in the green. I'm not sure what that one is. Another $500,000 there. So yeah, 2.5 million now when you're around everything around about 2.5 million so far in sales out of the bioplastics. Again, not a bad way to make some money for the year. It doesn't sell often, but when you do sell, it definitely hits the spot. So we'll get this last little bit cleared out of here and catch up with the sale, and then we'll go from there. This will just be the sale of the polyethylene, 4,600 liters. Not a lot, as it was just the start, but another 72,000 tacked on there. So all told, we can say we cleared $2.5 million for sure out of the bioplastics. That's a safe estimate there. Did turn around and pick up our new delivery vehicle for running around trailers and stuff like that. No more having to pull the tractors for that. This one also going to come in handy for doing things, you know, many things obviously you can throw in the back of this, no problem. We have a few more things to get moved around and set up for the month for sure. We'll be turning around and breaking ground with some plows over here and doing more wood, and then we'll catch up with some more of the sales and deliveries as we get into the month. Here we are coming in for our sales for the month, or our odds and ends sales anyway for the month. Looks like just about $500,000 there in that. Then we do still have the grain sales to push off, so we'll get those done. We have turned around and sent out one of the plows already to start working on some of the ground down there, so we are turning over field 140 there. So in progress. We obviously have several fields to do. We'll get some more plows down there and get all of that working and turn around and get the grain product sold off, and we'll see where we're at cash wise after that. Take a little bit of a look here at our progress so far. So we do have the 2 plows turning over in the field. We have gotten all of our product sold, so we are back up to $4.4 million. Did pretty good with the bioplastic sales and the rest of the product sales this month. Not going to have anything else to sell, so we're definitely not going to bring in any more money this month. That's just where we're at. Minus, we'll be spending some more, I'm sure, on oddball ends of this and that as we go, you know, fuel, things like that, and worker fees. So we'll be coming down from that, but we did recoup about $3 million with the million that we had left. Still $4 million, so still quite a bit of money to do something in the off season here, whether it's going to be picking up more equipment even yet, or picking up yet even more land. Quite a few chunks of land out here that we could turn around to get our hands on. We are about pretty much done with purchasable fields. We do have these, but these lead out to big, huge properties, so not the bulk of the field. We have a few over here, but again, they're smaller sections of the fields. So pretty much wilderness properties after this, which I have noticed you get a little more, excuse me, you do get a little more value out of the land out there, as in it's cheaper per acre, and I would assume that's because, you know, you have more work to do on them, as you have to plow in the entire field, so nothing easy there. We do still have some trees out here to get rid of, you know, and then we're turning around and bringing it together. So kind of having an AI plow the fields, doing the in-between sections, and then pulling out the trees has been going along, which, as you can see on the map, has gotten us a fair chunk of the way through the field. Probably about 50% of the way so far through the field. So just kind of checking in on the progress that we're making. Obviously, we still have quite a bit of ground to cover and plenty of options as to what else we're going to do. Still early enough in the month that we're going to keep things going. It does look like we have some weather coming in around noon, so just kind of trying to get as much in as we can. So before we actually forget, one other thing we do have to sell are those oats that we turned around and put up in the silo earlier this summer during harvest. So we will turn around and come in here and find those 485,000 liters of oats. As we have no other use for those, we are just going to turn around and load the whole thing up. They are selling for a high point at this current time. So we'll turn around and come in. We'll scroll that up. Oats should be somewhere in here. 8. Grain Harvest Corp looks like it's giving us the best, so we will turn around and head that direction. Probably take a hot minute to get this one loaded up, so I'll turn around and let this load, and then we'll catch it on the way up the road. Here we are on the last little bit of the field. As you can see, it has started snowing, been snowing for quite a while now. Just finishing up the field. Good thing it doesn't affect plowing in the slightest. Turn around and take a look. We will have a ton of liming to do. Probably going to take well over 300,000 liters, I'm sure, of lime to get this one in the books and ready for planting. But I think with the snow flying this month and everything else, we'll be taking care of the planting on the next one. Say we spent $5 million on the field, turned around and made back about $4.8 million of it with the equipment, maintenance, and all the rest of it comes out in the wash. We're down about 500,000, but we picked up close to 300 acres of field and got it plowed in. So I think with that one, we are definitely going to call it a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.